Hey, what are you guys doing?
We're watching a Dave Ramsey clip. It's actually super.
This just came out.
Aren't we supposed to be working?
This is work. It's real estate.
Seriously,
Come
watch it with us. Seriously,
Okay.
hit pause so we can watch.
Okay.
But we're at this moment in time, and I would say for the next 6 months, this is going to be true. That, and you can't usually say this, is what I'm saying.
Can't
But
wait.
right now is the best time to buy a house in the next 5 years. Right now.
It's a pretty bold statement.
That was, I think that is how a lot of people are going to react to that, because that's bold.
The best time to buy is always yesterday.
Dave Ramsey, man. So I've taken Financial Peace University.
I have too.
So, I mean, he's a real conservative dude. And if you don't know him, I mean, he's not
He says,
he's not real estate. He's not a realtor.
put your cash in an envelope and budget
No debt.
yourself with envelopes.
No debt,
of cash. Yeah.
So this is like, I'm surprised. Like I agree with this,
Right.
but it's like if he's saying it, then
Yeah.
like holy cow.
Consider the source.
Right.
All right.
The man's made his career out of being
Well,
conservative
let's see what he
and
has to say.
fiscally responsible.
All right, let's see.
And here's why. Okay? Prices are not going to go down. Some of you are saying, well, I'm going to wait for prices to come down. You're not going to get them.
Yeah.
They're not coming down.
Yeah.
Okay? They're going to go up slower.
Okay, so let's unpack that. Because
Prices are not going to
I had a
go
buyer tell me that
down.
this weekend. He's just like, I don't know. I'm just looking at the next year. What if the interest rate drop? He was just like a whole ball of wax.
Here's the thing. Micro versus like looking out at the bigger picture. Prices are not going to go down. Yes, you are seeing more price reductions than you saw before.
Because these people price their property way
Because they
ahead.
kept going, oh, well, everybody was pricing at this comp plus this plus this plus this.
Oh.
Well, now with the interest rates are up, you can't keep doing that. You got to price just below the last comp. That doesn't mean that the overall market and prices are coming down. And that is the difference. It's that micro versus
They were
big
priced too
picture.
high from the jump, and just because we can negotiate a contract now does not mean we're Chicken Little, the sky is falling.
Yeah.
We're just back to a more
Yeah.
normal market and
Yeah.
more normal game.
All right, let's see what else.
But they're not going to go down. They may not go up hardly at all, but they're not going to go down. And so 5 years from today, houses are going to be more expensive.
I think that's a bold statement.
5 years from today, houses are going to be more expensive?
No, I think it's bold in the way that I think people need to hear that.
Oh,
absolutely.
People need to hear that. It's bold to say that right now because I think a popular thing to say is with buyers is, I want to wait till it drops a little bit. I want to wait. No, I think you need to understand that 5 to 7 years from now, it will be more expensive.
People, listen to us, please. Recession does not equal housing prices crashing.
Just because the last one was caused by houses.
That's the thing. It's so recent on people's minds, right? But like I did a marketing piece in my neighborhood recently because it was just so compelling. It shows the last 6 recessions. It's been the last 40 years. We've had 6 recessions. And in those 6 recessions, pricing on homes, I think one time it went down 1%, so it was like nominal. And the other time it went down, it was 2008 when it was caused by housing.
Yeah.
But every other time there has been a recession, housing pricing has continued to appreciate. So yes, we are looking at a lot of stuff. Gas prices are high. Recession is looming. That doesn't equal a housing price crash.
This is what I try to explain to people over the weekend when I did an open house. If you have a $1 million property, the buyers that are looking at that property maybe used to be approved for $1,150,000. There's still buyers that can afford homes. They just have to look at a lower price point in order to adjust. So there's still buyers. Maybe they're a little like, I don't want that house. I want this house.
Yeah, but the $1.5 million buyer has now moved into the category of your homeowner. And now they can, so yes, there's
Yes,
still
so
a buyer.
they're still there. Their buyers are still
They
there.
just adjusted their category.
Absolutely, and maybe there's like this kind of creaking of the wheel as we get used to that and adjusted to that, but that doesn't mean prices are dropping.
The bottom line is what you see today, the house values in 5 years, they are going to be higher. That is what history proves. All right, Mr. Ramsey. Let's
Okay.
see.
This is as cheap as it's going to be in the next 5 years. So this is the best price right now if you're going to buy a house. Well, interest rates are up. Buy the house. If interest rates come back down, refinance.
Yeah.
I literally just said this to my neighborhood. We have like a Facebook group and I gave an
Right.
update. And I was like, guys, I know interest rates are up from where they were. They are still historically low. And you know what? If you buy now and interest rates go up, awesome. You bought when they
Refinance.
were lower. No,
Yeah.
if they go up.
Oh, right, okay, yeah, sure.
But if they go down, then you
Right.
refinance. So in any scenario, you're a winner.
Yeah.
They go up, awesome. You bought when it was lower. If it goes down, you refinance. Awesome. Right?
And you have home stability. You know what your payment's going to be.
Yep.
All right, let's see.
But don't not buy waiting on interest rates to come down. Just refinance the mortgage if interest rates come down. This is the best time to buy a house in the next 5 years.
Preach. I
Preach.
love
Preach.
it. I love it.
You know what? The other thing I want to say about interest rates is like we look and historically they are still low. When my parents bought their first house back in the 80s or 90s,
What was it, 20%?
I know. Well, that's the thing is like, and now it's appreciated so much. It's like they wouldn't have. Would they do it all over again? Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you know, people have credit cards.
Do you know
with APR.
anyone that's ever bought a house and said, I wish I didn't ever buy a house?
right? Like
I mean, maybe someone who bought in
2007.
2007 and they wanted to sell in 2009. Okay, well, that was a bad financial decision.
sure.
So,
I know.
but even if you bought in 2007 and you wanted to sell like 5 or 6 years later, I'm not looking at the math, but you probably could have and
What are
made
you
money.
saying, 5
Yeah.
years?
And
Yeah.
Good gracious, people use credit cards for things like vacations
24%
and furniture.
interest. They buy the BMW with 7% interest.
6 to 10% right
Depreciating
now.
Depreciating assets where these are,
And you're going to pay a market adjustment on a used car right now. That's another tangent.
Oh
but
man, another thing.
geez, so
That's a
here we go
video
with
for a
John.
different day. But gosh, you guys, that is such a definitive statement from Dave Ramsey, who
a
is
conservative financial
very
guru.
conservative.
Yeah.
Single best time to buy.
Buy a house.
Guys,
Buy the house.
buy the house. Like inventory is raising a little bit. It's still historically low, but your competition is low is still. I can't talk. Competition has gone down so much.
Yes. Yeah.
So I mean, it's better to buy now than it was even a few months ago
Yep.
when the rates were lower.
Yep,
Yes,
yep.
I am saying that. Listen to me. I
Well,
am saying
yeah,
it is better
yes,
to buy
and I'll
now
tell
than a
you-
year ago.
I'll tell you why.
Absolutely.
Because the house that you were going to buy 3 months ago, literally, you would have had to have paid $75,000 or $100,000
And got no termite,
over.
no home
Yes.
warranty,
Honest to
no
God.
Now
inspection.
you get to pay list price,
I
and you
hadn't
get to get
even-
those things.
I hadn't even thought about that. Like honestly, I know people are like, "Oh, interest rates 5.5%. If I bought last year, it would have been 3%." You'd have been up against 40 offers, so you probably would have given up because I had buyers that. I didn't have buyers that did that because I actually want everybody a house, but I saw buyers in the market do that.
Or you'd have to
You'd be going way over. You'd be paying beyond appraisal. You'd be getting rid of
no
your
inspections
contingencies.
and no contingencies.
termite,
and
no
you're
home
just stressed the whole
warranty.
time.
Yes, interest rates are higher. It's still a better time to buy. Don't care.
Buy
Yep.
the house.
Buy the house.
The
All
more
right.
you know.